yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Brian Walsh.
Chris Sabatino. Pete Wallager. Christopher Birch.
Langley.
Justin Tolentino.
Sanchez.
How many hours have you guys put into this whole thing?
We don't even count. We don't.
How many days?
We don't even count.
How many days has it been?
Average is about 10 hours. 10 hours a day.
For how many days so far?
Last Tuesday. So this right. 10 days.
Up with the initial idea.
It was Justin and I both sitting on his couch and kind of just talking about, while we're watching some crap on TV, about how we should put together a show with a collaborative aspect and the scale itself, in that this is almost 900 square feet of wall space.
You were telling me the reason it's called Screwed In is because instead of painting right on the walls and therefore having it eventually destroyed, not being able to move it, you guys actually have screwed in very large pieces of wood. Where else are you hoping to take this exhibit?
Well, there's preliminary plans, and I don't necessarily want to go into details should they not come through, but we have 3 particular cities in mind right now that it would show in towards the end of the year and going into the beginning of next year.
Who came up with the color scheme for this? Because even though, as you see, there's incredible variety in styles, media too, who came up with the kind of earth tone color scheme?
It was a collaborative effort. I think the way it started is we came in the first day, and somebody threw a brilliant orangish, reddish, burgundy, hot color on the wall, and we mixed in a teal, and it just looked beautiful. I mean, it popped. So we went with it.
We all kind of have our own styles, but in a way we're kind of like, we're all partners in the fact that we're all St. Louis, kind of like urban contemporary artists. It's kind of more you would explain the style. Like I do stencil graffiti, but it's not technically graffiti unless I'm vandalizing. But that word is used very loosely nowadays. I guess it describes a certain style of art, but yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, people associate it with like street art maybe. It may be a better term than technically graffiti.
Not only have they done this huge amount of work in here, but additionally they all have their separate pieces hanging in another room. I think it's a really cool idea that you guys came up with. Let's do this collaborative thing where all of our really eclectic styles will mix together, but let's also show our work individually. Here, I think that's pretty unique.
I definitely think it's pretty unique, and I think it's imperative that we do so people can like get the gist of where we're coming from whenever they kind of isolate sections of the mural, and they can get excited about that, but they can go in the back and realize, oh, this is what this person does like by themselves. But I can see how their spin on this collaborative effort has helped and kind of molded what we've been doing.
And I think people are a little timid here in St. Louis as far as what they're willing to allow, what they're open to, you know, so.
What they accept.
Yeah, what they accept, or even like who's pushing what boundaries, you know.
And we're breaking them boundaries. We're breaking them boundaries. I want to, and I'm going to do it.
I think I would just like to say, take a look at these walls and then take a look at what's going on anywhere. You know what I mean? This is evidence that there's a lot of talent in St. Louis.
And St. Louis 5 years ago wasn't throwing down like this, and now it seems like we really got kind of a renaissance going on with, you know, a lot of different art. I mean, the night of our show, I think there's 3 other art exhibits going on, and 2 years ago you never had that, and it's really cool to see that things are starting to pop. And you have genres. I mean, we got a certain look that we got going for, and there's something else going on, you know, in Cherokee that's, you know, a certain genre too, and it's kind of cool to see that. There's, you know, a lot of different choices, you know, which isn't always good for us because, you know, before the shows would be a lot bigger because, you know, St. Louis, I can only support a small section. I think, you know, it's great to see it for sure.
Well, I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to show everybody else. These are the cool, edgy, street, contemporary, urban. Did I get all the adjectives in? Did I get it all? Artists here in St. Louis. Thanks, guys.
Like comets, we speech into deep street sonnets. Who want it? Urban dance is so sonic and eat tonics. Don't get charged of your schoolboy comics. Horse blazing on your man chronic. I twist the hard caps back to blue bonnets. I repeat, who want it? Damn time on it is the time on the tradition of combustion, ignition, propulsion. Put MCs on expulsion. The principle, your academics inadmissible. You're indefensible. My style is so comprehensible. Cats think at the heart like a ventricle. You temporary like a weather pattern. Forgotten like you never happened. They'll never say whatever happened to most. My light shine goes from the east to the left coast. North and south both, cause it sound dope. While your voice sound choke with the next man's style between your teeth, tongue and throat. Like, oh, got to wash your mouth out with soap. My pen stroke is leaving other men broke. What I invoke is never asleep, ever woke. It controls the soul of your foes that can't vote. Maintaining my scope from beginning to end, quote. Like,